So for the worst media ever assignment, I am going to be reviewing Tony Cry Night, and I'm going to be doing it in a video essay format, so that's what this is. Tony Cry Night is a YouTube animator. He animates on and posts it on YouTube. He started posting 11 years ago, and he's most popular for his FNAF videos that he started posting like around 10 years ago, but they really got popular around 2018-ish. His videos, iconic at the time for what FNAF was. If you don't know, FNAF is Five Nights at Freddy's, but now it's definitely something to look back on. His most popular video with 70 million views is Five Nights at Freddy's, the full movie, new ending. That series, it had about 10 parts, I think. That was all of them conjoined together, and that video was released 6 years ago. 70 million views. And he has 2.23 million subscribers. That's a lot of views. The whole thing in that video is FNAF at the time was very much shipping characters based. Anybody shipped anybody with everybody, and that's how we get this abomination of a video. The whole video is, this is a 40-minute long video, by the way. Chica breaks up with Foxy, and Chica's all upset, she just broke up with her boyfriend. And Foxy, he goes and he gets with Mangle. And Chica, even though she's the one that broke up with him, she takes offense to that. She says, Mangle, you're trying to steal my man. And then she may or may not take a knife and basically cut all of Mangle's skin off. Looks like an electronic noodle. Chica's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. She's really upset. And so she then goes to Bonnie and she's like, Bonnie, can we fix Mangle? And Bonnie's like, sure. And so then they have this whole little cute romantic moment in the workshop. And then they go and they try to find Mangle so that they can show that, they're trying to fix her. And Mangle, because she just got all of her skin cut off, basically, and she's now a noodle, she goes and she attacks Chica. And, Chica and Bonnie, they're, trying to defend themselves. And then, Foxy, he finally, defends Chica from Mangle. And then Mangle's like, how can you see me like this? And she runs away. And nobody can find her. This sounds really unserious when I'm talking about it, but this was very serious. 8 years ago. She runs away because she thinks that everybody hates her. She just cut up the instructions on how to fix her. Now she's all upset. So she goes into the warehouse. She's talking to a face. My lighting. She's talking to this random face in the shadows. Lo and behold, it's Springtrap.
Hello, my dear.
Who's there?
Just a friend. Don't be afraid.
Who are you?
I'm just a solitary kind of rabbit.
Springtrap is like, oh yeah, no, everybody hates you. You can't go back to them. I'm your only option. I'm the only one who understands you. I know what it's like to feel alone. He's like, oh, you should marry me. And, Mangle's like, no, I don't want to marry you. I'm interested in Foxy. It's like, oh, well, too bad. If you go and you leave me, I'm gonna go deactivate Foxy. And, you know, Mangle doesn't want Foxy to die. So then she's like, oh, okay, I'll marry you, I guess. So then, in the meantime, while she's getting basically sold away to Springtrap, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy start to look for Mangle, and they can't find her. So then they go to Freddy, and then they get Freddy to help look for her with them. They go into the warehouse. While they were trying to convince Freddy to go look with them, Springtrap is like, oh no, you know, maybe I kind of lied. Like, that's not the only thing that I want from you. I rebuilt Fredbear, and, you know, there's a whole scene with, like, his backstory and stuff. So sad, so angsty about, and, like, Fredbear, like, dies and gets crushed. Oh, yeah, no, I have to deactivate you because Fredbear's soul is in you. The 3 others, they finally find Mangle, but she's already been deactivated, and now Fredbear is alive. Like, her essence goes into the Fredbear shell. Fredbear, he starts attacking Freddy and the others. Epic fight scene. Foxy stabs Springtrap. Springtrap turns Foxy off. Freddy's like, he's like holding onto Fredbear, and he's like, I know it's you, Mangle. And then there's this really epic scene where, you know, Mangle, her essence comes out of Fredbear and then goes back into her body. Mangle sob in tears because Foxy got turned off. You know, they fix Foxy and Mangle, but, you know, Foxy was never the same again because he lost all of his memory, because that's what happens when they get, like, turned off. Ending's really sad, you know. Chica and Bonnie have their own romantic thing. Mangle is like, you'll never be the same again to Foxy, and, you know, that's how the whole series ends. That compilation, when that series was done, was posted 6 years ago. I know I already said that, but that's to put emphasis. He is still posting the same category of videos. He has been posting FNAF animations ever since then. That video was posted 3 weeks ago. Look at all of these, and they're all about FNAF. And you want to know the funny part? It has been 6 years since that series ended. His art style has not changed at all. Like, it's all FNAF videos. I think people should be interested in whatever they want. It has literally been 10 years since he started posting FNAF videos. It's been 10 years, and he still hasn't changed anything. I will admit, I watched that video for nostalgic purposes, because I was one of those kids who was crying because Foxy got deactivated. But in the big world of 2025, we are not posting FNAF animations anymore. Most of the FNAF media from, like, 2018 is really bad, because these animations were the standard of YouTube at that time. Like, we didn't have Disney, we didn't have Pixar, we had whatever this is. You know, when the wheel was first invented, this was our wheel. He did carry the FNAF fandom. If you watch through the video, you have to put the video in, like, 1.5 speed, because that's another thing why it's so bad. The animation is so slow. Why are we moving at like 2 animation frames per second? Why do I have to speed up your video just to watch it for a stupid media studies assignment? Actually, that was mean. I shouldn't say that. Looking back at it, it's really bad. It's really bad. Don't watch it, Mr. Jones. It's really bad. It's a lot worse than what I could have chosen, but this is pretty bad. Story-wise and animation-wise, and the music isn't very good. Like, who is this guy? Why are you... This is probably like some 40-year-old man out here who's been posting FNAF videos for the past, like, 12 years. Get a life. Like, I know he's not just making FNAF videos. What are you doing in your free time? Imagine saying that your hobby is that you make FNAF videos. That's my hot take on why that is actually the worst piece of media I have ever looked at. definitely, I could have chosen other medias, but I think I would get a referral. Mainly referencing the Blippi Harlem Shake video, because I don't think anything can get worse than that. But this has to be school friendly, and I'd say this is school friendly enough. I hated watching that all over again. I thought it was really good 6 years ago, but it's definitely not now. Yeah.